The 2026 Corvette Zora, codenamed Freedom Missile, by GM insiders and whispered about in the underground forums of retired drag racers and quantum physicists alike, is not so much a car as it is a declaration of war against subtlety, reason, and anything that weighs less than 3,000 pounds and doesn't breathe fire. Named after Zora Arkus-Duntov, the mad genius behind the Corvette's earliest dreams of mid-engine rebellion, the Zora is the final evolution of Chevrolet's performance insanity, a 1,000-plus horsepower twin-turbo V8 hybrid beast that snorts e-fuel, spits blue flame, and burbles at idle like a muscle-bound bald eagle gargling bourbon. The powertrain, officially called the LT8 Hyperdrive Quantum Flex, is a 5.5-liter flat-plane crank V8 married to dual electric motors stolen from the future and stitched together by Detroit sorcery and wrench-throwing optimism. Combined, it churns out a mind-shattering 1,004 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque, all sent to an all-wheel drive system that uses magnetically aligned ferromagnetic intent vectors, which means the car decides where power goes based on your heartbeat, shoe choice, and current level of national pride. 0 to 60, 1.85 seconds. Top speed, 239 miles per hour, or infinity if you have enough runway in an existential crisis. GM claims the Zora's downforce at 200 miles per hour is equivalent to the weight of a baby elephant doing push-ups on your roof, thanks to an active aero system called Aero Freedom, which includes a deployable front splitter, variable geometry underbody flaps, and a rear wing large enough to generate weather patterns in Texas. Built on a revised C8 platform reinforced with carbon titanium cowboy weave, a patented GM material allegedly made by melting down old ZR1s, fighter jets, and 1 Ford GT for flavor, the Zora is stiff enough to support its own weight and guilt from not being street legal in 9 countries. The body is more sculpted than a Greek god's abs, with intakes so large you can see last week's thunderstorm still swirling inside them. Laser-cut vents direct air into the cooling systems, the brakes, and your soul, while the quad exhaust tips out back shoot flames shaped like American flags when you shift at redline. The headlights are AI-controlled, capable of adjusting beam width, color temperature, and intensity based on your driving mood, and will glare at lesser cars that dare to occupy the same lane. The taillights trace the outline of Route 66 whenever you brake hard, and the door handles only appear when you salute the stars and stripes or recite the Zora pledge, I swear to drive hard, rev high, and fear nothing but speed limits. Inside the Zora, you're greeted with a cockpit that's 60% race car, 40% fighter jet, and 100% Murica. The steering wheel is a squared-off, haptic feedback-loaded control hub wrapped in flag-stitched Alcantara and real leather sourced from cows that listen to Metallica. The gauge cluster is a 3D augmented reality display that hovers in space and changes based on your current G-force level, altitude, or emotional trauma. The seats are carbon fiber buckets filled with memory foam and patriotism, complete with built-in cooling, heating, back massagers, and an optional, launch tingle, mode that vibrates your spine to the rhythm of the V8. The infotainment system has only 3 apps: Track Telemetry, Bald Eagle Tracker, and Spotify, Redline Edition, which plays nothing but V8 engine noise remixed with electric guitar solos. Standard voice assistant, it's called ZORA, Zero Oversteer Response Assistant, and it only responds to voice commands issued in a deep, confident tone, or during a burnout. But the real magic lies in the Zora's mind-bending drive modes, including Street, Track, Warp, and the ultra-secret, Manifest Destiny, mode, which drops all traction control, increases boost by 30%, lowers the car 2 inches, and plays the Star-Spangled Banner through the exhaust. The suspension is a next-gen magnetic ride 5.0 system that reads the road 1,000 times per second and can sense potholes before they exist. The brakes are carbon ceramic pizza-sized slabs that can stop the car from 200 to 0 miles per hour in the length of a pickup truck bed, while the tires, specially developed Michelin Cup 3X Redline Specials, are made from a compound that gets grippier the more aggressively you insult Tesla drivers. Only 2,026 units of the Zora will be made, in honor of its model year and because GM doesn't want the time-space continuum collapsing from too many on the road. Each one will be built by hand in a quarantine facility in Bowling Green where technicians work in racing suits, speak only in horsepower, and must complete a push-up for every pound of torque. The price, officially $249,995, but it also requires a driving resume, 2 references from retired race instructors, and a signed agreement that you will never, ever, use eco mode. Buyers will receive their Zora wrapped in a space blanket and delivered by an ex-NASA astronaut wearing pit crew gloves. Included in the glove box, a titanium bin plate, a bottle of 130-octane nostalgia, and a USB stick containing the national anthem played on exhaust pops. In short, the 2026 Corvette Zora isn't just the final form of the Corvette, it's the ultimate manifestation of American car culture distilled into 4 wheels, 8 cylinders, and a declaration of war against mediocrity. It doesn't ask you to drive, it demands that you dominate, redline your existence, and leave flaming tire marks across the face of history.